Why, hello, everybody. It's Wes and Andy back for Random Fandom.
Tuesday Night Fandom delayed by a few days.
By a few days. Mostly because I've been battling some virus that's been kicking the out of me. And it may or may not be. I don't know if I'm on the back end. I hope I'm on the back end of it. I've delayed it long enough that I hopefully will not be making music.
Yeah, I'm good.
If it's not one thing, it's another.
Usually.
I don't like getting old.
Sucks.
It is Random Fandom for Sunday night. Of course, this should have been Tuesday, the 14th, just after Remembrance Day. But like I said, I went down like a sack of potatoes and really didn't pull my head out for a couple of days. And I'm kind of feeling well enough now that we might be able to stumble through this one. Hopefully you're having a good weekend, wherever you are in the world right now.
First comment coming in.
Like Nolan on YouTube says, "Hey guys, hello Nolan, good to see you." We'll stumble through what we've got. Andy, you said there's enough going on for
a
couple,
2 episodes, really.
So we're holding some for Tuesday, are we?
We are.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I put a cutoff on my note taking there and said, okay, this is what we'll go for this one, and this will be
otherwise
relegated to Tuesday's show.
Otherwise, 3 hours later,
4 hours later.
All right. Well, then, before we get right into the news, why don't we hit it up with the stuff that we like to do here to open the show, and that, of course, is another dose of
Random Fandom Trivia.
Hope it didn't blow your ears off there. That was a little louder than I remember.
Not at all.
All right. What do we got this week?
This week we got one. It's a throwback question. So
throwback.
I guess fans of the franchise will appreciate it, maybe. But
sure.
Question.
Okay.
In the film The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, I've seen this one.
Dorothy wore those iconic ruby slippers.
The red ruby slippers.
Yeah. Yes. But what color were they originally in the book? Were they gold?
Oh, good. Thank God it's multiple
pink,
choice.
Or silver?
Wow.
Gold, pink, or silver?
You know, Wizard of Oz was one of those movies that I would watch. Try to watch it at least once a year.
Yeah.
Never have I read the book. Have you read the book?
I have not.
No.
I've never read the book myself.
Well, hopefully somebody out there in our audience has read the book and knows the answer to this, because I am not.
You been stumped?
No, I'm going to go. You know what? We got a yellow brick road. I'm going to go with the gold. Oh, Silver Spider coming in on YouTube. I got an answer. C, silver. That's interesting. Silver for Silver Spider.
Okay.
I would do that too. No, I'm picking gold for the yellow brick road. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. And that's purely a guess.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, unfortunately for you, hold on before I reveal.
Oh, Sarah Hodgson's here. She says B. Pink. That would be pink.
Which might make sense, closer to the ruby.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, Sean's coming in here too. He says C.
Sean Colber. Hello, sir, with a letter C. So that's a second vote for silver. We got me with gold. We've got Sarah coming in at pink, and Nolan. Sorry, not Nolan. Silver, and Sean with the silver.
Mm.
Well, you better tell us what it is before I.
Well, for those who guessed anything other than silver, I'm sorry.
Oh,
it wasn't
really
silver slippers.
Now, for those of you who guessed silver, did you read the book or are you just guessing? Doesn't matter. A win's a win, right?
Yeah, really.
I'm just curious to know if anybody's actually read this thing.
Maybe.
I have not.
But But in researching, I did find an interesting fact.
Oh yeah.
Did you know before the days of synthetic fur, there was only
What?
one option for making an authentic looking lion costume?
An actual lion?
The actual hair of a real lion.
Oh, come on.
Yep. Because of continuity concerns and fact that it was impossible to find duplicate lion hides with the same coloration
What?
and pattern, the Cowardly Lion actor Brent Lair
Yeah,
wore one costume primarily through filming.
that was made of actual
lion
lion.
hair.
Well, that is
And here's the kicker: because of
rather
the
grim.
costume's weight,
yeah.
and the fact that they were using those really, really hot Technicolor lights, even the lesser actors were, being treated for fainting
Sure.
and carried off set. So at the end of the day, they would
Yeah.
have to take the lion costume and put it through an industrial drying bin to get rid of all the sweat that he would
Oh
make into
my
it.
gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, actors go through crazy amounts of stuff. And of course, the Wizard of Oz, I mean, the Cowardly Lion isn't the only one to have some like
No.
crazy costume. We know that the
The
famous story with the Tin Man,
The original Tin Man actor got like
Buddy Ebsen.
got poisoned through the makeup they were using. And Scarecrow, he got chemical burns from his prosthetics.
Isn't that something, eh?
But
all for what is widely considered to be one of the best movies of all time.
yeah.
Wow.
Well,
It ain't just acting.
Silver Spider says guest, obviously.
Oh, okay.
And Sean says he took a guess too. All right.
That's fair. Well, good. I mean, you had a 33% chance. So
That's right. And TJC's here.
TJC, didn't I just see you streaming a little earlier playing some Alien? I thought I did. By the way, that game looks pretty cool.
And here's your bonus fact.
Yeah.
Even though that costume was so full of sweat and perspiration, it still sold in 2014 for $3 million.
Well, I'm sure in 2014 they managed to get
some of the funk out of it.
I was going to say, I would hope anyway. Smells like a dead lion in here.
Really does.
And I thought they smell bad on the outside.
Oh. And the witch with the green makeup.
And the witch with the green makeup. What was there an issue with her too?
There was an issue with her. When they were doing, she throws a little smoke bomb to disappear or whatever. I guess there's a little bit of pyrotechnics that goes with it. And she caught fire. It got burned.
Oh no.
And then when she came back, they're like, we need you back on set after being burned for like a day.
Right.
And they're like, we need to do another take.
Come back to work.
Yeah. And she's like, no, I'm not doing that. So the stunt double said, fine, I'll do it. Got paid $35 and got burned as well.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow. I'm never going to watch this movie the same way again.
Well, don't forget to look out for the hanging munchkin.
What?
If this is one of those urban legends, but it is there in the background if you look for it.
Hanging.
It looks like a munchkin hanging from a tree.
Like
noose and
oh wow.
So
okay. All right.
That poor little munchkin.
I'm
And TJC says, yes, you certainly did.
Aha. And it is a great game. Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. So this first one up here, I mean, I guess it's kind of old news now, but it's still awesome news.
We're several days. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, strike is over.
It is over. It was supposed to be what? It was a midnight.
It was a midnight
thing.
And Sean says, the hanging munchkin. Yep.
The hanging munchkin. What do you know, eh? So yeah, the strike is over. We've gotten some reports of productions that are either starting to go back or are imminently about to get back into production. So there's still hope for the 24 schedule.
Yep. Yeah. Took more than 100 days and 2 rounds of negotiations, but
yeah. So this makes it the longest actors strike in history.
Yeah. Yes, that surpassed the 1981, which lasted 95 days.
Just 95.
Yeah, just 95.
Only 95.
Yeah. But back then, movies would stay in theaters longer than that.
Yeah, really.
It wasn't much of a.
What is it now? A 45-day window that they must. I think it's a 45-day theatrical window before they're allowed to go to another format, whether it's home media or digital.
Yeah, but now you get some that are like launching, day after.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But that could be part of their.
Yeah.
That could be part of the release, the launch.
There was one a couple of weeks ago. It was on Peacock.
Oh, really?
I can't remember what it was, but it was like, or maybe it was Five Nights at Freddy's. Like it was in.
That's possible.
Theater for one day, and then the next day launched on streaming as well.
They did that with WB did that with The Killing Joke.
Hmm.
They played it one night theatrically, and then it went right to home media.
Speaking of movies, Stephen King, he's reacted to the numbers for the box office for the.
I read this one. And I thought, you know what? Why can't they all be Stephen King?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You don't have to like it.
No,
you don't have to like anything.
You don't have to gloat over it.
That's true.
Like, we saw it. I liked it.
I just think that the idea of panning an entire film genre
based on the money it takes in,
sure, or it's not art. Looking at you, Scorsese, like that's just not
fair.
That's not helping.
No,
it's not helping. I did see the Marvels.
You can't base it on the numbers anymore because not everybody's going to the theaters still.
That is true, and I mean certainly the theater that we went to
was not packed.
Opening night.
Preview
the advanced screening night, the Thursday night before, we went to a 7 p.m. show, and I don't think there were maybe 20 people in the theater, and it was a reasonable size auditorium anyway.
Yeah, it was the good one, the AVX.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, the movies, I guess we've got the second box office numbers are starting
lower.
Yeah, so
weekend, but
I mean, we're here now. Let's talk about it for a second. Yeah. What did you think?
I liked it.
I'm
really glad I saw it when I did.
Yep.
Thank you, IGN, for ruining it the day after.
And nobody waits, do they?
No. Like, hey, guess what? Giant Easter egg at the end, and they spoiled it the morning it's supposed to open globally.
I called the Marvels a solid middle of the road Marvel movie. And by middle of the road, I mean like dead center. Like of the 20 some movies, it's like pick whatever the middle number is, that's where it is. But it's fun. It is fun movie. Act 1 is a hot mess, but Iman Vellani's enthusiasm holds the whole thing together. So that alone,
star in the movie.
Yeah, that alone, she's worth going to see it for. And then of course there's some fun stuff in the second act with Goose. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's worth a matinee. Go on cheap night. Go see it.
Yeah, go out. Save totally those theaters.
But yeah, Stephen King, not trashing the whole thing, which I thought, good for you.
Yeah, it's classy. But
admitting that he doesn't care for them, but then at the same time saying that
not going to trash it just because he doesn't like it.
Right. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Like these movies get unfairly heaped upon.
Totally.
Like this movie was being called sort of the linchpin, or the weight of the entire MCU rests on the shoulder of this movie. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And by the way, that finale of Loki, the same day.
My God, yeah.
The same day.
I was worried though that there was going to be like something in Loki that would
tie to the Marvels. And then so did I. I thought they were going to have a little tie-in moment as well, but that Loki was good. It was so good.
And that's out now too, so we can call him the God of Stories.
That's true. Yeah, it's been long enough now. I think if you haven't seen it at this point, spoiler.
Yep.
Yeah. Loki, the God of Stories.
That's not really a spoiler. You don't know how he gets there.
Well, maybe you didn't want to know what his new title is.
I didn't realize that was his new title.
I didn't either until I read it.
Yeah.
And then someone said, oh yeah, the MCU just confirmed that's his new thing.
Yep.
But I think it's cool. It's unfortunate that, he's sitting alone.
Yeah, because that was the whole thing at the beginning. Like, I don't want to be alone.
Sure. And then what was it? I saw another outlet reporting they went back to that thing with Sif, and she's like, you're going to be alone.
Yeah.
You always will be.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit.
Yep.
That's got a sting. Do you think we've seen the end of Tom Hiddleston?
I don't think so.
I do.
Yeah?
I don't think we'll get much more than glorified cameos from him going forward.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Multiverse full of Lokis.
That's true. I just don't think that we'll get
this specific version.
Yeah.
So this next one, take it with a grain of salt, because
will do. I like salt.
Said, coming out of the Facebook page Yoda BBY ABY.
Oh, that one we can just say is a straight up.
It's fake.
It's absolutely 100%.
Because they are announcing that season 2 of Kenobi will be out in 2024.
I meant to send you their landing page for their Facebook page. If you look at their about, they straight right up. We are completely satire.
Okay, fair enough.
So
because they've got some good stuff, and it would be
the way
nice
that
if it came.
Whoever's writing for them, presumably it's somebody who likes this stuff. They write like if you didn't know that you were reading something that was hokey. It reads pretty convincingly.
Well, I saw another one on the same page there, and it was a what if Star Wars Luke and Leia turn to the dark side. Like, I'd watch that.
Yeah, I think we all would.
Yeah,
but I don't take anything from them.
Sean says, I think
he's done too. Yeah. I'm not that I. Again, I've said it many times. Nothing has captured my interest as the Infinity Saga did. As far as the MCU, so. But I don't see them taking that far. I would a step backwards, plus it's going to cost them a lot of money if they wanted to take up some of the phase 1 to 3 actors. Mind you, speaking of 1 to 3 actors, I just got a glimpse of Jeremy Renner's Instagram the other day.
And he's like
running 10 months after his accident, and he is running unassisted, and he looks pretty strong too, man.
Not only did he did a downgrade down a hill.
Yeah.
And then
turned around and started hiking back up. Yeah. Man, I was pretty impressed with that.
Sean says 14 years playing the part. Well, that's true.
Yeah. Right from Thor 1. Well, Avengers.
Yeah.
Avengers. Yeah. Avengers was before the first Thor, was it?
No, you got your first Thor.
Oh, no, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
What was it? 4 or 5 setups and then Avengers?
Yeah. We had a couple of Iron Mans before we got to Avengers.
And a Captain America.
And a Hulk smash.
Yeah.
All right, where are we going next?
Where we're going next? Let's go over to Stars. They've greenlit this next
one.
one.
I am so excited about this one.
Spartacus, House of Ashur.
Were you a fan of the Spartacus?
I was not.
Okay, I was. The Spartacus was my religion for the years that it was on TV, man. Like, it was like, don't call me, don't message me. I'm watching Spartacus, and I'm not coming up for air. And what surprises me is that, so first of all, we've got Stephen DeKnight coming back to showrun the thing, and he ran the original series as well, so that's fantastic. It couldn't be in better hands as far as I'm concerned. House of Ashur, the character of Ashur, God, he was such a weasel, and he was one of those guys you really love to hate. And he played it so well. But the idea, talking about what if, it's almost as if they're poising the series as a what if, because in Spartacus, Ashur dies on Mount Vesuvius with everybody else. This supposes, what if he survived and took over the gladiatorial house of Batiatus, which is, of course, the gladiator house that he was raised in, and actually had some privileges, even though he was a gladiator at one point.
Nice.
Anyway, I'm very much looking forward to this to see how this goes.
Nice.
But yeah, Spartacus coming back to TV.
All right. This one's going to be good.
All right.
Zack Snyder. They released the next trailer for Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon Part 1. Child of Fire, and then Zach did a trailer breakdown. Did you watch that one?
I have not watched that one yet.
It's good. It's definitely worth watching. You'll get some of the character names who I can't tell you who any of them are at the moment. I've been a fan of this since before I knew it was a thing. As soon as somebody told me, did you know that Zack Snyder pitched a Star Wars movie? I was like, what?
Really?
What? And and then of course it was not picked up, so he's like, I'll develop it myself. And it is a Rebel Moon, which is coming to Netflix here. I think it's I think it's before the end of the year.
I believe we get like the first part like in time for Christmas.
Yeah, so this is going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah,
and of
December
course
22nd.
I am going into this with the eyes of a Star Wars fan, with that idea of that, it was pitched as a Star Wars movie. I'd like to see
how it plays out.
Exactly.
Kind of like a Star Wars parallel universe.
I don't care, man. It looks exciting. It looks rich and immersive and very like well developed. So I'm willing to give it a shot. And besides, it's my boy Zack Snyder, so he's going to give me 8 hours of movie.
Yep.
And I'm okay with that. More time with characters is more time.
Exactly.
I just got to stay awake. Just got to stay awake.
You want to check out the trailer? We did link to it in the show notes. And you know what we didn't mention yet?
No.
I mean, we mention it all the time, but Random Fandom is a call-in show.
Oh, yeah, that's true, isn't it?
Even though this is a Sunday, it's still a call-in show.
That is true. We are connected. Everything is up and running. So you can always check out the WhatsApp link. It's in the description of the video on whatever platform you're watching. The line is open. Don't wait for me to tell you to call in. If you got something you want to talk about, hit us up. The line is open.
But that's not all about Rebel Moon.
Oh, sure.
Sticking with it. They will be doing a limited 70mm release before the Netflix debut in 4 theaters only.
What got me off guard was that technically we have one of those within driving distance to us.
We do.
I mean, it is Toronto, but
it's better than LA. Because you can go to the Egyptian Theater in Los Angeles, the Paris Theater in New York City, the Prince Charles Cinema in London, or the Tiff Bell Lightbox in Toronto.
Do you think that Toronto is one of the selected cities because there's a Netflix studio in the city?
Maybe.
I kind of wondered that myself.
I
would
hope they have a little bit of pull wherever they're, producing.
I figured it had something to do with where the Netflix production studios are.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, if you guys are going to go check out Rebel Moon, let us know. And if you are going to the theatrical release,
which is December 15th to 21st,
would love to know what you guys think of that.
TJC says, hit that like, people.
Hit that like, people. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the kind words.
So you can get out there and maybe see it before everyone else sees it.
Or just wait till streaming like everybody else.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not paying extra to go to a movie. You're paying every month.
You already pay for it.
But don't let that stop you.
No. We got more news on the King of the Hill revival.
Oh, but that's right. I'd forgotten about this.
It's coming to Hulu. And there is suggestions that some of the fan favorites may not return.
Do we have a list of people that are on the chopping block?
Well, Dale Gribble has only recorded dialogue for a couple episodes. So there's talk they might write him out because of the actor, Johnny Hardwick.
Oh, same guy.
Yeah, that's Dale, right? So. And then the other one is Con. Well, I guess the other one would be the family Super Newsome phone, Con and Connie and Ming, because of the whole.
Right. So
same as Hank Azaria voicing Apu on The Simpsons.
Right. We want to be culturally sensitive. And okay, that's fair.
Yeah. But whether or not they appear yet, we don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't a huge King of the Hill fan to begin with.
No.
Will I give it a shot? Sure. If it was on, I would watch it. But I did not actively go, oh my God, it's King of the Hill. It wasn't one of those. It wasn't my Spartacus. I'll tell you that.
I liked it. I really want.
Will I give this one a chance? Absolutely. The same way that I gave the new season of Futurama a chance, having not watched Futurama for so long. I will definitely watch it.
Nice. Unfortunately, probably Luann and Lucky will not return either because both Brittany Murphy and Tom Petty have passed away.
That is true, but there's nothing. It's animation, right? And I mean,
so there is a possibility for a recast.
Recasting is not out of the question, especially given the whole Rick and Morty and all that other stuff. So not a big issue here.
Yeah,
especially when everybody and their dog. Like there was a time where you couldn't walk down the street without somebody doing a King of the Hill impression, right? So,
yep.
Well, thank you.
I sell propane and propane accessories.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
But yeah, don't expect it anytime soon. Apparently, it's not going to be here any sooner than 2025. So a little bit of a wait.
That's fine. What's a year?
Yeah, right now you can go stream the original series on Hulu, and
I think for us it's for us in Canada, I think it's Disney Plus.
Yes, yeah. So this one throws back to last week's, where you remember we were talking about the strangling gag on The Simpsons.
Yes.
Well, Simpsons creator
Matt Groening.
Matt Groening has come out and say that this is nothing more than clickbait because
Interesting.
they have not written it off. It will appear, just not as frequently, which is kind of a weird backpedal.
Well, I thought for sure that it was an official notice. Like
Yeah,
that it was
It read
reported
like
like it
one,
was an
yeah.
official notice. Maybe we got to like check our sources a little bit closer.
Yeah. Well, I missed a comment here. I'm sorry. Silver Spider said, "How could they return?"
How could they return?
Well, like recasting, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Sean says, "You got to hear the guy. He does Hank Hill rap songs." Nice. Now I've heard the AI version of a
Okay.
Hank Hill rap
Yeah.
song, and it was pretty weird.
Was it that same AI thing?
I believe it
Oh,
was.
okay.
Yeah.
With James Hetfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, consultants for The Simpsons also said in a statement to Nexstar, Homer Simpson was unavailable for comment as he is busy strangling Bart.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's what I think of that.
Yep. But where you're going to see it, who knows? It'll probably just be sprinkled in like maybe once a season, maybe.
I don't know. I guess the only way to find out is to watch.
When you watch The Simpsons, yeah. Drum up business and check for those stranglings. Next up here, I guess we get some news about the DCU going forward.
Okay.
After the strike is over, Batman Brave and the Bold is apparently now in the works.
Okay.
As well as more moving forward on Superman Legacy.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I mean, Superman is my guy, has been for a long time. There hasn't been a Superman movie that I didn't like. And I genuinely mean that. Even the bad ones, I've watched them and I found something in all of them. Although I did hear that the new guy apparently looks quite a lot like Henry Cavill.
Yeah, he does. Corn Sweat, I believe his name is David.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. And if I'm reading it right, I believe Andy Muschietti is somehow tied to the new Batman Brave and the Bold, but because he's currently working on Welcome to Derry, there's no
I guess
timeline or time frame, I guess, for it.
No,
but what else is there here? Dead air people. Call in, help me out.
Wait, let me get my violin.
There we go. Just a small one will do. Yeah, they're still moving forward with the whole Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters for the DCU, and
we were just talking about that before air tonight, and I guess for those of you who are in Canada, and I suppose for those outside of Canada, HBO Max now has Blue Beetle streaming, so I watched that this earlier this week. Now that's considered the first movie in James Gunn's new DCU, so
yeah,
part of the whole Gods and Monsters.
I have it PVR'd to watch.
It's fun. It's fun. Definitely fun.
This next one, another follow-up. Star Wars. We've mentioned the
what?
C-3PO head getting.
Oh, that's right,
auction,
from Anthony Daniels' collection of stuff. Yeah.
Well, it sold for $800,000.
Somebody really wanted that.
They really did.
They really wanted that.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even top the list of the most expensive Star Wars props, but
no,
still,
not even
almost
close,
$1 million for a robot head.
No, I think that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ludicrous money, really.
Yeah, the official number from the prop store auction is $843,051.
You got to wonder if it's somebody like Steve Sansweet that bought it or something.
Maybe.
Yeah. Old Rancho Obi-Wan.
Like they need more there, but
guy's got the largest private collection of Star Wars memorabilia in the world. So
yeah,
I mean, the guy he had a job at Lucasfilm at one point because of it.
Can't go wrong there.
He was like their, I think his official title was like archivist.
That would be accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still out there for folks to see at least, right? But whoever got this one, the current or what am I saying here? The current record holder is 3.153.
Oh, that was recently. That was
for
the
X-wing
the hero.
from A New Hope.
Yeah, the hero prop.
Yeah, and that was back in October.
Yeah,
so
the
not,
red leader,
not too long ago.
the red leader X-wing prop. Yeah.
Oh, coming in from Sarah.
Sarah, that's an incredible price.
It's a bargain. Buy two.
Absolutely. Oh, it's only what? Only what'd you say it was? 800 grand?
Over 851,000 or something like that.
Under $1 million.
Under $1 million. But I don't know. Did they take taxes and service fees and all
If
that?
we all put our shekels together, we'll buy the next one.
It didn't go well for Bart.
No.
Why would it go well for us?
For the comic book.
That's right.
Yeah.
Radioactive Man #1. But next up here, we got another trailer.
Oh, cool.
And this one's good.
Oh, yes, it
This
is.
one is super good.
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe Revolution dropped their full trailer.
Yeah, it looks pretty darn good.
It does. They dropped it during Geekend week in where Netflix was teasing a bunch of up.
Oh, right.
And we've got a little bit more information about it because Sarah Michelle Gellar is out.
Oh,
yeah.
When did that happen?
Sometime between
obviously between seasons, but did we know this?
We did not until we got this, because she's being replaced in the role of Tila by Melissa Benoist from Supergirl.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
That's a good change.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I'm totally fine with that, to be honest.
Yeah, we've got some new voice cast added to the show as well, including creator Kevin Smith's daughter, Harley Quinn. She's coming in the role of Elena, which I'm not sure if it's a new character or what.
I would call that a new character. I don't recognize that person.
Meg Foster's coming in the role of Motherboard.
Oh, we know who that is. That's going to be the supercomputer from the Technicult.
This one kind of threw me. It's Keith David coming in as Hordak.
Oh, I'm totally fine with that too. Yeah.
I'm wanting him to lean more into like a Goliath style voice than.
I'm sure he will.
I'm hoping.
Oh, so. I'm sure he will. But we got a bit of VO from him in the trailer,
so it's not bad, but it's still not. I don't know, as ominous as a Hordak might be, but coming from the original.
Wow.
It's definitely a step up.
That's right.
But also, William Shatner is coming in a as of yet unknown role.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
but Mark Hamill
he's going to play someone like, I mean, given Shatner's connection to space, I think he'll play someone like
Zodak.
Yeah,
maybe
one of the Zodaks.
Maybe
there's like what, 3 of them?
I don't know.
There's Zodak with a C, Zodak with a K, and then the guy with the giant mirror chest.
I don't remember him.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he was an unused design that came out in classics.
Okay.
Strobo was his name. Yeah, Strobo.
All right.
Zodak #3.
Yeah. But, Mark Hamill is coming back as Skeletor, so that's good.
I like in the imagery we've got here a little sneak peek of He-Man, battle armor He-Man.
Yeah, we also got some Horde troopers and Whiplash making an appearance there.
Yeah, Whiplash with an eye patch.
Yeah,
because it's edgy.
But this next slide here, you're banking already on.
Oh, I've already called it. I'm like, if that's not, I said this before. I actually said this in our breakdown when we were talking about the original, the season 1. Were they going to include this character? And I'm calling it right now. That's Granomir.
Red Dragon.
It better be Granomir.
Yeah. And we've got Techno Skeletor there, all amped up.
I'm still not 100% sold on that look. I hope that it's temporary.
Maybe. Well,
be
if
honest,
they can purge the Hordak out of him, right?
Yeah, I guess so. What else do you do though?
Yeah.
And
then it looks like Man at Arms getting a bit of a glow up too.
Yeah, he's hit his next evolution as well.
Yeah. And I'm not sure who this crazy cyborg looking thing is, unless it's maybe supposed to be like
I don't know,
steroids.
Oh, I never thought about that. Oh, maybe.
But we definitely see Orko the White there in the corner.
Yes, that's right.
And then some sort of Horde emblem firing off missiles, which is kind of a nice throwback to you remember with the Hordak, you got the little Horde bat that would sit on his
yes, I do. Yeah,
kind of nice to see that there.
They called him well, I mean, that's part, so that end of the scepter there, that was part of his classic scepter as well, right?
Okay.
And then plus we saw that in again, we saw it in the classics action figure line as well.
Yeah, and the original he came with his little bat and a crossbow.
Yeah, and then the bat
of the Horde came with a crossbow.
The wrist mounted bat translated in Filmation to the little blue imp. Remember that guy, Imp?
Vaguely.
Comedic sidekick.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if he makes an appearance.
Mm.
But again, thanks for popping in the stream the other day, by the way. Really appreciate it. Yes, I did pop in at TJC's
Nice.
stream the other day and hung out for a little while and threw some comments.
Nice.
It was fun to hang out, actually.
It usually is. So yeah, if you want to go check out the trailer for Masters of the Universe, we've linked to it in the show notes. Give it a watch because it looks really good.
It's highly on my list to
Yes.
to watch.
I guess we don't have to wait too long. I think it's February for this one.
I believe that is right. Yes.
This next one, a new game coming to PlayStation, but it's being banned on Nintendo and Xbox for being too crazy.
Oh,
Christmas Massacre.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Should I not laugh at that?
No, you should.
Okay.
Apparently, the developers said it will not be released on Nintendo and Xbox because it is too crazy.
They've just. Is that the developer's choice or is that the Microsoft and Nintendo?
It might be because this is probably too brutal for like Nintendo's core audience, right? But it will be coming out on PlayStation, and I believe it's out now. It would have been out the 17th, so
yeah. So we're 2 days into it now.
Yeah. But I guess it's been available on Steam since 2021.
Oh.
But
so console port.
Yeah.
Okay.
You play as a character named Larry who goes on a murderous rampage dressed as Santa because the Christmas tree tells him to kill people.
Larry the Murder Claus.
Yes. It's a dark and violent game, so it's no surprise Xbox and Nintendo denied it. So apparently that's coming from them. But
I can definitely see Nintendo wanting to nope, arm's length away from that.
Yeah.
Microsoft though, they've done some pretty violent stuff.
They have. They've picked up some weird. Well, fuck, Call of Duty. How many people are you killing there? Just because the tree didn't tell you, you're still killing people.
Any of those survival horror games, really.
Yeah.
Speaking of Santa Claus, new season of the Clauses.
Yes.
I
haven't watched season 1 yet.
Oh, what?
I know.
Even I am not a fan of those movies, and even I watched season 1 and thought, oh, that's pretty good. Season 2's off to a good start too.
Nice.
If you're a fan of Arrested Development, not Arrested Development. What's the show with
Community? The Office?
No. No, it just ended a couple seasons ago with oh my God, Mrs. Joe Manganiello. Ed O'Neill was in it.
Oh, Modern Family.
Yeah, if you're a Modern Family fan, you might recognize some people from, or at least one person in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's off to a good start. Second season, The Clauses, totally worth watching.
Nice. But yeah, if you want a Christmas Massacre, I guess it's an 80s inspired stealth slasher game. So low res PS1 style graphics, but sneak around.
Is the season to be murdery?
Yeah. You must kill without being seen to complete each level.
Oh boy.
So it's got a little bit of a Metal Gear in there.
Don't
sneak around.
Don't wear your jingle bells. Larry the Murder Claus. That's what I'm calling it forever now.
There you go. This next one, though, is definitely Disney, and they're hoping for a hit here. Inside Out 2 dropped its trailer.
Is this the one about all the emotions?
Yes.
Okay, I like this one.
It was a good first outing the first time, and I'm hoping the second one will just continue that. Because this year, or with this one, they're adding more emotions, mainly anxiety.
Oh, well, I mean, a lot of us have got some of that. I got enough to share. You want some?
But yeah, it's coming to theaters in June of 2024, and it's still in Riley's head, so it's still the same character. And I believe the majority of the voices from the original are coming back.
Yeah, cool.
I think with the exception of Bill Hader.
Oh.
Yeah, we got Tony Hale as Fear.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay. Tony Hale's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Lewis Black is back. Phyllis Smith is back. Amy Poehler's back. And Liza Lapira is back as discussed.
Cool.
Yeah. So again, you want to check out the trailer, go to our page and check out the show notes. So let's jump into some toys.
Woo, I like
not a lot this episode, but
we could look harder. I'm sure we could drum up some more.
First up, we have Mark Farland's Chase Sinestro.
Mark
Farland. Yeah. So there's only a limited number of this alternate Chase version. And again, they're using that EQL thing so that it's going to be like a fair draw for whoever gets in to win.
Now, He's Green Lantern on this one.
Yeah.
But he's got the Sinestro Corps logo.
Yep.
What's going on there?
Maybe his transition.
I'm so out of touch. I have
This is
no
from
idea.
The Sinestro Corps Wars.
From
and
the Sinestro
I never
Corps
read
War.
that
Okay.
arc myself, so I'm not fully sure.
And that was after Blackest Night.
I believe so.
Yeah, it was after Blackest Night. Okay.
Yeah. It says harnessing the yellow energy of fear to not only combat the Guardians, whom he sees as his main obstacle on a path of intergalactic peace, but to also strengthen the Green Lantern Corps.
Okay.
So, guess he's trying to bundle the two.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. He looks pretty good, though. I mean, again, you know how I feel about McFarlane figures. You know, the comic book figures tend to look pretty good.
And the movie ones.
And the movie ones look like trash.
Well, let's test your theory here with this next one.
All right.
Now they are getting released as individuals, but you can pre-order a bundle set right now of all four from Batman and Robin.
I'd wondered if they were going to do this.
So
we saw that
Clooney Batman.
We saw the bundle, the movie Batman
with the 6 Batman.
And I thought, oh my God, but I've already got the Keaton Bat from The Flash.
Yep.
And by the way, if it wasn't, it's the masked one, and that's the one you want. You do not want the unmasked one.
No.
Now, the problem is I can't tell if these are pre-production or not. And pre-production typically has a better aesthetic than
the
production,
version.
Right? So now these aren't bad though.
No,
these aren't bad.
No, they look pretty decent.
Would I go in on all of those?
Well, if
I don't know if I would. I don't.
They're definitely going to give you a reason to go in on all four. So.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
With freeze effects. And
oh no.
That's right. So if you manage to get to all four, including Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
They didn't do another movie accurate with like Jeep Swenson's Bane, but
wow, that would have been a good one too.
It would have, but then you wouldn't have been getting this guy.
Yeah, there are way more people that know who Arnold Schwarzenegger is. You tell someone Jeep Swenson, and they go, "Who?"
Yeah,
right.
You say Mr. Freeze.
That's right. Yeah,
Terminator.
What was the bad line in this one?
Chill out.
Chill out.
Stay cool.
Oh man,
there were so many good ones.
I personally liked Chris O'Donnell's Robin.
It wasn't bad.
So I mean, if I was going to, and I'm not a huge Batman fan. I like the movies. I would definitely get the Clooney Bat.
Yeah.
And maybe the Robin.
But not Batgirl.
Probably not. Probably not.
See, this wave though makes me hopeful for a Batman Forever line, where we'll get the Val Kilmer Bat. And
Kilmer Bat was in the other thing. Was in that pack.
So that's a good stepping stone. But then we can get
true
the Jim Carrey Riddler
and the
Tommy
Lee Jones. Yeah.
But then who do you round it out with?
Alfred. That's not bad actually.
Because you don't really need another Robin after you just did this.
Robin. No. I mean, an Alfred. Did we get a different Alfred by that movie?
I believe so.
Yeah, because what's his name did the first two.
Yeah.
I think he died.
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know if you would do a Build-A-Figure. Was there anyone big enough to do? Or do you do it as like the old Mattel Collect and Connect or something like
Connect the Batmobile or
or what was that stupid rocket in that movie that they were riding on?
Oh, I don't recall, but there was a bank vault attached to it, wasn't there?
Is this the one that had surfboards, or is it the Clooney one had surfboards?
Yeah, the Clooney one had the surfboards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You could do something stupid and crazy though, like a little diorama thing or something.
Yeah. But yeah.
Wow.
Collect all four to build yourself a Mr. Freeze.
Chill out.
He needs the diamond. These next ones come to us from the Facebook page Heroes and Villains, and claiming to be first look at the upcoming Star Wars Epic Hero line. They're 4 inches in scale.
Oh,
and
these are kid-fied.
If I am not mistaken, are these not exactly the same as the reaction ones?
Well, who's doing these? Hasbro?
Yeah, Hasbro.
And they're definitely not. They could be similar to
because
what size did you say they are?
4-inch.
4-inch. To me that when I look at these, I see something between a vintage 3 3/4 Kenner figure, and I see a Jakks Pacific Big Fig.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's a
Yeah.
little bit cartoony, but small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like we get Luke Skywalker and Stormtrooper. We also get Darth Vader and Grogu.
I
There's
mean,
also
Baby Moneymaker.
yeah, basically we get Mando and Sabine Wren.
Sabine Wren, yeah.
And this is the one that's throwing me is the Ahsoka Tano, because she looks almost identical to that retro card one that's showing up at Dollarama right now.
Again, I mean, there's only so many form factors,
True.
and I think once you start, multiple companies making something, the lines are going to blur
Yeah.
for sure, especially at the 4-inch scale with the what looks like 5 POA.
Yeah. Then you also
I
get
don't know. It's not my
Paz
thing.
as well. So
It's not my thing. With a pretty cool blaster thing that we've never seen before.
yeah, I guess it's a take on his heavy Mando gun.
Well, they did. Hasbro's done stuff like this before. They did a series of 3 3/4 where they had like this like armored piece that they would clip onto them, and they all had tended
like
to
a
have
little
big
triggered missile or something.
yeah, some big thing like that. So that kind of works. But again, I would expect these if you told me that these are coming out and they're going to be $9.99, my kid would have all of them. Do you know what I mean? Like that looks like a toy to me.
Yeah. It looks like he's got some playability and
some
durability as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But that brings us to a segment.
Uh-oh. Is it that time again?
It's that time.
All right, let's fire up the old machine.
Loading lexicon. Generating responses. Responses ready. Lexicon is the word game where you decide what's real and what is a con. Get ready. Here we go.
All right, it's that time again in the show where we play our little word game. It is called Lexicon, where I'm going to flash up a completely nonsensical and yet 100% legitimate word and 3 definitions. Your job, of course, is to pick out the correct one. And if I've done my job, I pull the wool over your eyes and get the con. Are you ready for this week's word?
What do you got for us?
Hold on a second here. It was a long one, so I'm like, I'll make sure I'm pushing the right buttons here this week. All right. This week's word is
Asursa-comic.
You want to hear it again?
Yeah.
Asursa-comic.
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 Huh.
All right. Well, Asursa-comic, definition number 1.
A term used to describe the peculiar sensation of feeling simultaneously cheerful and contemplative. This unique emotional state is often characterized by a sense of contentment and introspection, creating a harmonious blend of joy and reflective tranquility.
That's definition number 1. Asursa-comic, definition number 2.
A person who possesses an exceptional talent for maintaining a serious or stern demeanor in the face of humorous or lighthearted situations.
A good poker player.
Yeah, well, actually, this was something we used to do when I was young. When I was younger in cadets, is we'd be standing at the position of attention, and you'd try to keep a straight face, and then the drill instructors would come around and they would try to get you to flinch or laugh or something, and you just had to keep it together, right? So it's kind of like that.
Drill instructor from
Full Metal Jacket. Oh, legendary.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting beside myself.
Okay, definition number 3.
Definition number 3 for Asursa-comic.
A person who has never cut their hair in their life.
Well, there you go. Too longer emotionally related definitions, and a third one: a person who has never cut their hair in their life. Take a few seconds, think about it, and let us know what you think your answers are, or drop in the comments. What do you think, Andy?
I'm kind of leaning towards number 1.
Number 1.
I like the sensation of happy and contemplative too.
A term used to describe the peculiar sensation of feeling simultaneously cheerful and contemplative. This unique emotional state is often characterized by a sense of contentment and introspection, creating a harmonious blend of joy and reflective tranquility. Man, it's like cool as a cucumber, but raging like a madman. Number 2, we got looks like we got 2 for we got 3 for number 2. Wow, we've got Kimberly on YouTube coming in at number 2, a person who possesses an exceptional talent for maintaining a serious or stern demeanor in the face of humorous or lighthearted situations. Silver Spider says the same, as does Sarah. all coming in at number 2. Where were you, Andy?
I was at number 1.
You're at
I'm
number
hopeful
1.
for number 1.
You're going in at number 1. All right. Any more before we move it on? Well, folks, if you picked anything other than number 3,
A person who has never cut their hair in their life.
what do you know, eh?
Really?
Number 3. That's your. So much for hitting the wrong rate button, eh? Let me try that one more time. Do over.
Number 3.
I don't even know why I bother sometimes.
Oh, it's fine.
If you picked anything other than number 3, there we go.
Nice.
And by the way,
This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
it really
How
is.
could you even have a person who has never cut their hair in their life anymore?
I don't
Like, with
know.
the amount of parents that, you have to cut the child's hair at some point. Like the first haircut is a milestone.
I know,
Right?
like with Kim being a hairstylist, she does periodically get kids' first haircuts, and sometimes it's an emotional experience. Parents that just don't want to cut their kids' hair, and they're out there, but there's always a little bit of a that kind of
Yeah.
goes with it, right?
Yeah, they're growing up.
It's a milestone.
It is.
It's a big milestone. All right. That has been Lexicon for this week. Come back on, it'll be Tuesday in a couple days from now
Mhm.
when we're back to our regular slot. And I'll have another completely nonsensical but yet truthful word for you to chew on as well.
Silver Spider
All
here.
Never cut their own hair or never had it cut by anyone. Never been cut in their life.
So it should be like down to their feet at this point.
Yeah, never been cut in their life.
It's kind of like those crazy people who grow out the fingernails.
It does raise a good question, though. The definitions that I looked at never specified whether it was self-cut or cut by somebody else. I'm pretty sure that the takeaway is have never had it cut,
Yeah.
period.
That it's like just grown and never
Yeah.
stopped.
Yeah. Cousin Ed.
Exactly.
Oh, that's awesome.
I just watched The Addams Family not long ago.
Which one? The one with Raul Julia? Yeah.
Yay
Well,
for
I was going to say, we just passed through the Halloween season, so.
Yep. But Netflix is sharing a new look at the
What?
Millie Bobby Brown led fantasy drama, Damsel.
I caught a thing for this, and I'm like, it's a very light touch. There's not enough there to make you go like, oh, I know what this is about.
No, like it's just production images and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, they're hoping to hook you with the Millie Bobby Brown thing based on
I
our work
feel-
on Stranger Things.
I see. Again, I'm not up to speed on Stranger Things. So, but
Go watch it.
yes, I probably should before the new season comes out because it's the last season.
Yeah.
Getting back to Damsel though, like just that title, it in the imagery that goes with it, it subverts the idea of this is not a damsel in distress. Like,
No.
yeah, I'm interested in this. I love the fantasy genre, so I am already target audience for this.
Yeah. It does the artwork here does reveal that she's standing in the opening of a cave, and apparently she will have to find her way out with no knight in shining armor to save her, and there's a dragon.
I was gonna say if the
That
shadow
shadow is
not
really-
a dragon,
Yeah.
then I don't know what is.
Yeah. But the official synopsis reads: a dutiful damsel agrees to marry a handsome prince, only to find the royal family has recruited her as a sacrifice to repay an ancient debt. Thrown into a cave with a fire-breathing dragon, she must rely on her own wits and will to survive.
This almost reads like a subversion or a twist on the. I don't know if you remember the movie. Disney and Paramount got together and did a movie called Dragon Slayer.
I vaguely remember that.
And they lived the dragon. By the way, the dragon has the most awesome name, Vermithrax. Vermithrax would prey on the local town, but what they would do is the king would hold a lottery once a year, and they would put all of the virgin female names into the lottery, and they would pull a tile, and they would sacrifice that person to the dragon, and that stopped the dragon from raining hell on the town
for a couple weeks.
only to find out that the princess, who's also a virginal female,
And they threw
has
her
been
name in.
kept out of the lottery.
Ooh.
She finds that out.
And decides to go, I'm up.
She replaces every tile in the lottery with her name. and she sacrifices herself. So it's kind of an interesting that, oh, we're gonna sacrificial lamb here. So I kind of wonder if, whoever's responsible for writing this is a fan of that movie.
Maybe. And perhaps they read The Paper Bag Princess when they were young.
Maybe. Why?
Robert Munch?
I didn't read that.
No?
No.
Oh, she goes to fight a dragon because the prince won't save her.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But the cast includes also, as well as Millie Bobby Brown, Angela Bassett, Robin Wright,
Oh, nice.
Ray Winston, Nick Robinson, Brooke Carter,
Cool.
Shorey, I apologize for this name,
Shora
Agdashlu.
I believe that's correct.
He was in she was in X-Men Last Stand. So I'm not sure which character.
The Last Stand. Wow, that one's not received very well.
Yeah. So, but it's directed by Juan Carlos Fresneda Leo and written by Dan Mazo.
Dan Mazo.
Yeah. And Joe Roth and Jeff Kirschenbaum are producing.
Okay. Cool.
So.
But I'm so on board for this.
And again, like Netflix, just kind of keeping Millie Bobby Brown around, right?
Oh, yeah.
Got to keep her paid and happy until Stranger Things is done. But it doesn't have an official release date, but it is expected sometime in 2024.
2024, just like the poster says.
Yep. Kimberly here chiming in. New twist on
Paper Bag Princess. Wow.
I can't believe you.
Am I the only one who's not read it?
Have you not read Robert Munch books? Come on.
No, man, I haven't.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Robert Munch was like a staple of childhood.
Kim says the prince gets kidnapped and she goes to save him. That's cool.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. And by the time she gets there, she's all dirtied up and wearing a paper bag. And he's like, you can't save me.
Oh, really?
And she's like, the hell with you. But,
all right.
Yeah. But next up here, we have Nintendo and Sony are teaming up to make finally the live action Legend of Zelda movie.
It's funny that, Sony, the movie company, I don't think, it's separate from Sony, the video game people, but it just kind of like snicker.
Yeah.
Sony and Nintendo. Okay. I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I think this will be pretty cool. I mean, Link is sort of one of those. Yeah. Plus, there's been there's a ton of fan stuff out there already. Some of it looks pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Do we have any details on what we're focusing on?
We do not have any details of which particular game or storyline we're focusing on. So it could be anywhere from the original all the way up to the new one, Tears of something. But Sony is co-financing it with Avi Arad, and Shigeru Miyamoto is set to produce, and Wes Ball will be directing.
Okay.
So,
when's the last time you played a Zelda game?
It's been ages. I don't think I played anything past the Wii.
I don't know if I don't even know where. To me, like I played the original on the NES, the golden cartridge.
Yeah.
That was sort of the introduction, right? Like it was go save the princess, collect the Triforce, and save the defeat. What's his name? Ganon.
Ganon
the wizard,
or Ganon.
I think it's Ganon.
Bad guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
It's pretty classic tropes, though, right? Like good versus evil.
Yeah. But fans have been like speculating on this for years now, and like you said, they've created their own trailers.
Oh yeah.
And who knows if even that is going to influence it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Link has been interpreted for every generation of console that Nintendo has ever made.
Yeah.
And so, he's got a pretty iconic look. Like I would say almost as iconic as Super Mario.
Yeah.
How do you interpret that for the silver screen other than faithfully? Yeah.
Sean says Tom Holland would be great for the role.
Tom Holland as Link. When I think of Link, sure, he looks the part.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. Should be good. This next one though is kind of sad news though. With the news.
Oh, I saw this. I was quite surprised at that, to be honest. And you know what? Surprised, but not surprised. When is the last time? Now, this is He-Man.org, for those of you who don't know, was the premier fan community before long before social media anyway. When you remember when like message forums were like all the rage.
Yep.
And I mean, He-Man.org became this repository of knowledge, really unrivaled on the internet when it comes to Masters of the Universe lore. And of course, this comes from this image comes from Pixel Dan. If you don't know who Pixel Dan is, a pretty prominent toy YouTuber who essentially built his channel off of Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
And is now a contributing author to the Masters of the Universe book world. But yeah, He-Man.org, officially owned by Val Staples. Yeah, who has written He-Man comics.
Yeah.
It's a really weird place to be right now. I mean, with Google and the internet and everything being sort of at your fingertips, I mean, do message boards like this have a future, or are they all kind of doomed to,
or have they been
slowly fade away? Well, there you go, right?
Yeah.
And that begs a good question though. Like, and you had mentioned this. Like, is this going to will it get archived somewhere?
I hope so.
Will it be on the Wayback Machine somewhere?
I really hope so.
Yeah, I don't know, but it is a kind of a weird. If you never hung out there and you never participated in any of the discussion over on He-Man.org, of all of the message boards I'd ever been on, I feel like He-Man.org was relatively, like, it was a real sense of community.
Not so many like littered with trolls and
not
people just
like
there to
every
shit
other
disturb.
post. Yeah, it was a flame post or something, right? And I'd been on some pretty flamey message boards where it's like, oh, need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, missed this one from Silver Spider.
Anyone other than MGK. MGK
Machine
initials.
Gun Kelly, I believe. the rapper that stole his name from the old gangster.
Yeah. He did play what's his nuts? He played in that Motley Crue movie, the Dirt.
Oh, The Dirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was okay in that.
I don't remember which
He's
character
just okay
he
in
played.
that. Yeah, one of them. He played might have been Tommy.
Oh.
Might have been Tommy in that one. But I agree. I don't really care for him either.
This next one kind of goes back to that whole Stephen King thing about,
oh yeah,
don't gloat on it or whatever, because the headlines are not doing this justice at all. They don't even tell you what movie it is. They just say Daisy Ridley's new movie.
Yeah, what is it?
It's actually called The Marsh King's Daughter.
Marsh King's Daughter. Now, this movie failed to gross $1 million on its opening weekend, making it one of the worst openings of any Hollywood movie of late.
But to be fair, I don't recall seeing any trailers or any
marketing for it.
No.
You wonder what causes the studio to what the decision making process is around that.
Yeah.
With these big tentpole franchises, it's usually whatever the production budget is that much again in marketing.
Yeah. Or
so I'm guessing this movie probably did not cost a whole lot to make.
I don't know for sure.
Well, you know what? I'm going to look it up.
But it took in only $849,000 across 1,055 theaters. So it did not crack the top 10 of the weekend. But again, like they're not even giving it credit to be The Marsh King's Daughter. It's Daisy Ridley's movie.
Yeah, of course.
So they're placing it all on her, which is just unfair. But
yeah, I can't find anything on the production budget.
Yeah. It didn't get as wide a release as some other theaters.
Well, and that's just it. Again, like maybe they just didn't spend a lot of money on the movie to begin with.
Maybe because the top 3 titles that are like ranking top 3 last week, they showed in more than 3,000 theaters.
Oh,
so she didn't even get a fraction. Well, she got a third of that roughly. But
yeah, and nothing I'm looking at. I'm looking here, and nothing is telling me what kind of budget it had. So, hard to weigh the success of this thing. Again, how many movies come out that tank at the box office and then find their footing on home media
or stream? Yeah, exactly.
So who knows? I wouldn't I wouldn't count
Don't
it.
write it off just
No,
yet.
no. And Garrett Hedlund's a pretty good actor, so
Yeah. This next one, I guarantee you, the media machine is.
oh my gosh, yeah.
Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire dropped their first trailer.
What'd you think?
Not bad.
I thought it was okay too.
Not bad. Enough nostalgia, but enough pushing forward with the new cast.
We just watched Afterlife again today.
Did you?
Yeah. Having a hard time with I mean, does Ray never leave the bookstore, because he says in Afterlife that the firehouse is a Starbucks now. We know that's not true.
Well, yeah, because Winston buys it.
At the end of Afterlife, Winston takes the Ecto back to the firehouse, and the containment unit is still there on the wall.
Well, you wouldn't want to take it out. You saw what happened last time.
I did. I looked up the cast for this movie. What's his name? Peck is coming back,
which will be neat to see.
Yeah. You think he's going to turn the power off again?
Oh, probably. Probably still doesn't believe.
It's true. This man has no dick.
And that line always gets cut.
On television?
On the television.
Yeah, on the broadcast.
Yeah, it's true. This man has no rip. But
they could have done like one of those Ferris Bueller, get a sound alike to like a Dave Coulier to come and do like record a new line.
This man has no soul.
With a long pause.
Yeah.
Soul.
Yeah.
It looks good. Trailer starts out on the Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
everyone's having a good,
and then everything just kind of slows to a crawl as this crazy storm comes ashore
and ice everywhere,
freezes everything.
That's cool though. The idea of what does Ray say? Something. The last thing you see is your own tear ducts freezing.
Yep.
Scared to death.
Now there's a horn dude who looks like he's attaching his own horns for like a split second. I'm curious about that. If it's just a random ghost or
I don't know,
something more.
I don't know.
We get like a foggy glimpse at the end of the trailer too, as well, for like Madame Fear or whoever it's going to be.
Whoever this character is going to be.
But
I saw a thing today. I didn't get a chance to get into it too much, but it suggested that they're connecting this movie or taking it in a direction that they should have taken it earlier, and reference sort of the animated series.
Which is good because they've got a whole slew of ghosts there they could top.
Of characters, yeah, sure.
Especially like the Boogeyman or Sam Hain or any of the really, the ones that really traumatized you when you were a kid.
Yeah.
But Patton Oswalt is also joining the cast of this one. So it'll be interesting to see him.
Patton Oswalt, it's a love him or hate him kind of guy. I'm somewhere in the middle with him. He's got some interesting roles that I've liked, and then some other roles that I just didn't really care for. So I quite enjoyed him in Sandman. If you're watching Sandman,
another one I haven't checked out.
Oh, and that's on Netflix.
I know. So behind.
I don't feel so bad then when I say that I haven't seen something.
Of course not. But again, you want to check out the trailer, we've linked to it in the show notes, but chances are you've already seen it at this point. So
that's okay. Watch it again. It's good.
It's worth a few watches. This next one, did you know that there is a Betty Boop musical?
I did not.
Well, yeah, there is one, and it will debut at the CIBC Theater in Chicago later this month. Eventually, It will land on Broadway.
Okay.
Yeah. So apparently it's just the storyline about, the famous flapper in her black and white celebrity journey, going to New York, finding love in the Big Apple, and turning her world into color.
Interesting.
So that's the twist.
That's interesting.
If you want to learn more about it, you can go to boopthemusical.com.
I mean, everything is getting sort of the live treatment.
Yeah.
What's the one that
nostalgia treatment?
What's the one that's coming to Toronto? The Star Wars burlesque show?
I don't know.
The Empire Strips Back.
I have not heard.
It's not even a joke. That's no joke. That's like a legit. It's an actual show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Boop. I don't know if I'm a big enough Betty Boop fan that I would want to go see this.
It's definitely a throwback character, and she's had little resurgences, like when Who Framed Roger Rabbit came out.
Yeah.
But she's not exactly front and center in pop culture anymore.
No, like when you say like, I don't even know where to date this character. Like, how old is this character?
Oh God, I would think in the 20s.
I look at her as being like one of those characters that is for a specific time.
Like, I would say, yeah, she was created for a specific time, but she's like kind of achieved timelessness.
Oh, really?
Just based on the voice, right?
I guess. I kind of was thinking she fits in that sort of like with characters like Popeye.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like Popeye was for an era, right? Like every time they reinterpret Popeye, it just is never the same.
Well, how can you do better than Robin Williams?
That movie's a tough watch, man.
Really? I like that movie.
I've watched it.
I've watched
it
it
a couple
multiple
times.
times.
But like, if you don't know, it certainly doesn't. It does on some level line up with some of the earliest animated versions of Popeye.
Yeah.
But like, you would not put a 10-year-old kid in front of that movie and go, "It's Popeye. This is great." No 10-year-old kid is going to like that.
It's musical.
Sort of. Yeah. Anyway, Boop the musical.
And I was wrong. It's the 30s. Is where
It
she
is the
came from.
30s. Okay, yeah. So
30s to 39.
there you go. So right in that with Popeye-ish kind of.
Yeah. Post World War One,
Olive
pre
oil.
World War II.
Yeah.
But to something more current, apparently Marvel's Spider-Man 2 sold more than 5 million copies in 11 days.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That is pretty impressive. Now, of course, it's a PlayStation exclusive, which means I am out in the cold on that one.
For now.
They haven't even brought the other one over.
No?
No.
Oh.
No.
What's Sean saying here?
Oh, Wes is right. There is a Star Wars strips back. It looks good on what I have seen. Okay.
Fair enough.
Apparently, it's treated as a true burlesque, but it's also a
Star Wars show.
Yeah.
Huh.
I suspect it's a lot of tongue in cheek anyway.
Probably.
Yeah.
But,
everything I've seen for Spider-Man looks fantastic,
it looks awesome.
I would play it if it was available to me on the Xbox, but
well, maybe someday. But the
Next
Sony is
generation
saying previously it was the fastest selling game over a 24-hour period when it sold 2.5 million copies in a day.
Oh wow!
And that put it ahead of Santa Monica Studios' God of War Ragnarok.
Oh really?
Which was holding the chart topper for day one launch sales.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. But
2.5 million copies, and this generation of video game is what, $90 Canadian, I think, for a AAA game.
Yep.
So that's a lot of shekels.
Yep. Especially when it's like only 5 days. Like, was it going to be after a month or after
I don't know, and that probably doesn't include. Like, I don't know. Was this available on the PlayStation Network on the day of?
I don't know for sure.
Like on their service, where like
Maybe.
people, because that may not include those numbers either, right? The people who are paying for that service.
True.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
it's making a boatload of money.
It is. But sticking with Spider-Man, Venom 3 has got a new release date as production resumes.
Okay,
Apparently,
November 8th, 2024. That's not too far away.
No, especially considering like they haven't started yet, right?
Man, we're what? We are November. So that's 1 year from now. Like, you'd think principal photography should be starting like now.
Yep.
Now it's going to be a CGI laden fest. So
easily.
How much time are you going to spend in post?
And how many symbiotes are we going to see this time around, right?
Well,
or
I don't know.
Is this the one where he finally gets to fight?
I feel like I think everything between Venom 2, the Carnage movie, and the last Spider-Man movie, I think we are now at the point where, okay, we're time to merge the two.
Yeah.
Whether it's going to be
Venom versus Spidey
or someone Spider-Man adjacent, but because they're Sony and Marvel are maintaining that play nice relationship, I kind of feel like they're moving towards that.
Yeah.
Everything's sort of homogenous.
Well,
what do I know though?
Yeah. We're going to talk about it on Tuesday, but we also got the Madam Web trailer. So there's another Sony Spider-Man adjacent.
I'm so out in left field on that one. I know nothing about any of those people.
I know a bit, but that's only because I've been reading forever.
It looks okay. But again, big ensemble cast where I don't know who to follow.
Yeah. And it's weird that they're jamming Ezekiel in that because he's more Spider-Man related, but
Okay.
yeah. But back to here, Tom Hardy's back again.
I
Um,
like Tom Hardy. I think it's good.
Yeah, it's a good role for him. Much better than Bane.
I like that version of Bane too.
I liked it, but it was kind of, I don't know, a bit hokey for me.
Sure. He wasn't
Especially
beefy
after-
enough.
Well, just the voice, especially after watching the animated Harley Quinn series, because they leaned into that and then pushed it right to comedy.
You're going to critique Bane's voice in a movie that gives you over and over and over and over.
Yep.
No.
Well,
If anybody needs a voiceover, it's Christian Bale. First I break the bat, then I break the man.
Yeah,
I loved it.
have
Thought
you
it
seen
was
the
great.
Harley Quinn series though?
No.
Oh, because they lean right into it. So now it's like, now I must get the toast. I want to rule Gotham, but I need a new panini maker.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
It's
a good show.
Okay. I was okay with that version of Bane, and I like Tom Hardy, so
yeah. Again, it was a good movie, but
Yep.
But we're getting closer to Christmas
Oh yeah, I can't have Christmas without.
lawsuits. Mariah Carey is being sued over "All I Want for Christmas Is You" again.
Oh, we talked about this.
We did. It's the same guy suing her again.
A year later.
Yeah, Andy Stone has filed a copyright lawsuit.
Again.
Yeah, claiming that she plagiarized his song, which goes by the same name, which was originally recorded back when he was with Vince Vance and the Valiants.
Is that the picture we're looking at right now?
Yeah.
Are those the Valiants, or is
Yeah.
that just an album cover? What is
I
that?
believe that's him and the Valiants.
Oh, boy.
From what I found, but that hairdo has survived from there to current. So that is your Andy Stone, looking like
That's a hairstyle?
that is hair.
Oh my.
He looks like a treasure troll.
Oh my.
Now we're gonna get sued for defamation, but Trolls is coming out soon. But yeah, he's looking to make at least 20 million in damages from this lawsuit. Adding
That's what he's looking for. He's
Yeah.
seeking 20 million in damages. Oh,
but this song has been out for how many years now? Like, it came out in 1994,
And then he had his version out what?
1988. So that's 6 years difference.
If you sued everybody who made a song with the same title,
Yeah,
there'd be no songs.
no. And like, from what I tell, the only crossover is that line is "All I Want for Christmas Is You."
We should probably point out that the reason that this is a second filing is that he withdrew his original case. Don't know why. Don't know why he withdrew, but now he's starting it again.
Red Swenson here.
Red says, you don't mess with a witch this close to her solstice of power, man. Play stupid games.
Yeah, the so-called Queen of Christmas.
We were, side note, we were planning our own Christmas party yesterday and had some Christmas carols going. So I have officially had my first listening.
Dipped your toe in.
I've had my first listening to Mariah Carey just yesterday.
Boy. A report from Forbes, though, it claims that the song "All I Want for Christmas Is You" has made Carey and the company she works for at least $72 million.
Oh, chump change.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But
It's nothing.
it's going to reach new heights, they say, because of streaming platforms like Spotify.
Yeah.
That allow it to be played nonstop just after Halloween, right into the new year. So
Oh yeah, they would
you
too,
can
right?
put it on repeat for Walmart, I guess.
It's like that guy, that DJ that got fired in the 90s for playing Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer nonstop, locking himself in the booth.
Oh, can't blame him though. Red says, looking forward to it and won't need to pick up.
Won't need to pick up this time. Oh, listen. I am looking forward to getting the details on that.
Excellent.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. So who knows? I mean, she's got high priced lawyers, so chances are she'll win.
Okay. I suspect she will.
Yeah. This next one though kind of sucks. Canadian, I want to call it like a institution because it's been there for so long.
Yeah.
But Bad Boy Furniture has
Nobody.
Yeah, nobody is getting their money back.
Uh-oh.
they filed for bankruptcy notice, and they are unable to give refunds. So if you have bought furniture, appliances, whatever,
they're not going to.
they apparently do not have the money to give it back to you.
So not only are you not getting your furniture, you're not getting your money back.
You're getting nothing. You're gonna go to a lawyer.
Well, that's not going to change that.
Yeah. They've stated, where was it here? We regret to inform you that as a result of commencement of the NOI proceedings, Bad Boy is unable to refund those deposits or to complete those purchases.
Oh boy.
So there's a lot of upset people.
Well, it looks like what's that? That second line said that credit card customers might be able to get their money back.
Yeah, credit.
through-
If you pay by
okay,
credit, like
okay.
Visa or MasterCard, you might be
Sure,
unlocked.
sure.
But anybody that put in cash, debit, or I guess there's like an in-house Bad Boy
Yep,
credit,
yep.
you're out of luck. So, yeah,
You ever had a furniture credit card?
no.
We did. We had one, and they were some of the worst credit cards going.
Terrible
Just
rates.
stupid. Yeah. But if you needed, the last one I had actually was a Leon's card, but it wasn't just a Leon's card. It was a Leon's Visa. It was an actual Visa.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the bank that they was underwriting it dropped them.
Oh,
So my rinky dinky $500 Leon's Visa gone. That's okay.
yeah. But, store was founded in 1955 by former Toronto Mayor Mel Lastman.
Mel Lastman, yeah.
It was taken over by his son Blaine Lastman, and I guess there's a dozen of them around Ontario.
I've only seen one of them, I think, the Barrie location.
But yeah, they're
Never bought anything from them.
no, but their commercials were like legendary, right?
Nobody. I mean, they're almost right up there with what's his name? The Cash Man.
Yeah, Oliver Russell.
They're
Bring me your gold.
yeah, Russell Jewelers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess sign of the times if you want to call it that, but what are you gonna do?
I mean, we've got three. I mean, if you include Bad Boy, we've got, at least in Ontario, you've got three major furniture retailers with Leon's, the Brick, and Bad Boys. By the way, Leon's and the Brick, same company now too. They're
Is it?
yeah. For sure, the Independent was gonna take the losing end of that stick.
Yeah, it sucks to see it go, but
It makes you wonder what happened.
Yeah.
I would not want to be in the situation that some of the consumers are with
Yeah.
wanting.
Because I guess they were getting strung along, like they'd be calling the store every week, like, "Where's my fridge? Where's my fridge?
Where's my thing? Yeah.
And they're like, it's on back order. It's coming. And then, sorry, we're not getting it."
And those people answering the phones are, what are they being told?
Yeah. Just lie to them. Just lie to them.
Are they even being told that? Like, or do you just show up one day? You don't have a job anymore.
Yeah.
How many people just found out? How many employees just found out the same way that we did?
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's not unheard of. Remember the whole
The
future shop thing, right?
Yeah.
People showed up for work and the doors were locked.
Yeah. And they're like, "Wow, what's
So-
going on here?"
I mean, it's never good for anybody, but
Let's go back to Avengers for a
oh,
minute.
sure.
Kevin Feige has commented on the reports of those original Avengers returning, and his comments are kind of vague. When asked on Entertainment Tonight, they asked him, straight out, like, are some of the originals coming back, like the Fallen Avengers? And he said, "We'll have to see."
Oh,
And then he continued, "Is that the answer? Fallen Avengers that are returning? Is that the new rumor? I've literally not seen that. We did discuss that as a at the retreat in Truth, but we are doing a project with Scarlet. I love Robert, and he's part of the family in terms of returning, but we'll have to see."
that's interesting. So it's not a no.
It's a maybe.
Not a no.
Yeah.
Do I see, as we wrap up the multiverse saga, do I see a version of the events of New York in another universe with everybody back?
Maybe.
Sure, I could see that. Do I see any of the originals leading a new team forward? No,
No.
I don't see it. I don't see it. I want one more out of Thor. We talked about this before. I want one more Thor, which, by the way, thank God Taika Waititi has come out and officially said if there's a Thor 5, he will not be involved. Thank you. But I want to see. I mean, Loki got a pretty cool evolution.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Thor.
You could almost see Thor go the other way and take up the Odin son.
Exactly. That's
position,
exactly what I want to see. I want to see Thor taking up
Take the
Odin's
throne.
mantle. Yeah, absolutely. That's the movie I want to see.
Well, and again, because of the whole Kang thing, everything's up in the air at this point, right?
No word one way or the other. Although I did hear things saying that Jonathan Majors, no longer under contract.
Yep.
That's official?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think that's right too.
And in the Loki series, the TVA is now taken to pruning all the Kang variants. So
that's the first thing I said. Now we're a couple of weeks after now, so we can probably talk about this.
Yeah.
We got home from the Marvels. I immediately watched Loki, and then I was up late, and I messaged you. Did you watch this?
Yep.
If the Kang Dynasty ended with with season 2 of Loki, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. They tied it up quite nicely.
Yeah, he got some, moments. I mean, he got moments
He did,
across
yeah.
multiple series and movies.
His acting was great. I'm not going to deny that. I mean, give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
But if they chose to move in a different direction for this culmination of the multiverse saga, whatever that's going to look like, whether it is a Kang centered,
Or if they just skip right ahead to Secret Wars and
right, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with a pivot.
Yeah. So we'll have to see what happens there. But this one's closer to home. And as you know, you were ill.
Oh my
and
God.
unable to make it.
I had tickets for this and I'm so sorry. I still owe you for those, by the way.
That's all good. But GCW came to Lindsay last weekend.
I've been to ask, how did it go?
Well, the Comic-Con, I got to actually meet former women's champion Victoria.
Nice.
And she only wrangled my beard the once. But super nice to talk to. Former women's champion as well. Medusa was there.
Okay.
Also super nice. And then later in the evening, the wrestlers of GCW showed and put on a show. And good old-fashioned wrestling. The crowd was awesome.
It was, eh?
It was.
Was it? What was the audience like in terms of like numbers? Was it a relatively?
It wasn't the biggest audience ever, but the energy there was, you could feel it.
Oh, that's good.
And the main event, it featured the survivalist Bruiser Battersby,
Okay.
defending his GCW Canadian National Championship against Eazy-E Eric Kearney.
Eazy-E Eric Kearney.
And we've got some exclusive to us.
What?
footage. So
all right.
you get to live
That's
a
good.
little bit.
I get to see some of what I missed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Let's take a
Let's
look.
roll that.
We hate broccoli.
Yeah.
What? I'll lock you up and
Yeah, Ricky.
What's going on, ref? The match due to disqualification. situation, and still, That is the
Finish him.
Yeah, Ricky.
By the way, we hate broccoli.
Oh my
We
God.
hate broccoli.
There were some kids there that were right into it, and it was awesome. One of them even actually got the notice of one of the wrestlers,
Oh, sure.
and wrestler went out and picked him up, put him on his shoulder, and marched him forward.
Oh, really?
The other guy, the heel,
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
"Oh, come on, bring it on, you little person!"
Really?
And he's like, "I'm ready to go."
No way.
So
Oh, that's great. It's got to be hard to play a small town crowd like that, and just be on
yeah,
all the time. But I mean, they looked great,
Yeah.
and you can call it, I guess you don't call it amateur, do you? It's pro.
It's professional
pro,
wrestling, yeah.
It's pro. I mean, I got a lot of respect for those guys.
yeah.
They're doing stuff that I could never. Now I'm sad I missed the show.
Well, they'll be back around.
It
So
was fun. Looked like it was fun.
it was a good time. Yeah, and I guess technically we're getting pretty close to the end. So if you wanted to call in,
Oh my God, yeah, it's
know,
that time. If
last
you
call for
want to,
last calls, but
or not, whatever you want to do.
yeah, really. But sticking with the wrestling, and because we keep going back there, former AEW women's wrestler the Bunny
The
has
Bunny.
left AEW, but she
Bunny.
has joined
Oh
OnlyFans.
boy, this is not the first time we've had.
No, this is not the first wrestler to take this avenue either.
Why is she got a costume like Starlight?
I don't know, but usually she's wearing a bunny mask as well.
That's probably why she left.
Well, maybe they haven't really been utilizing her lately, but she was the valet for the Blade and the Butcher,
Okay.
who have also departed ways. But yeah, she's done with AEW and is now.
Let me guess. Another case of I made more money in OnlyFans in a week than I did in a month in
Well,
wrestling.
It's fairly new, so we'll have to see on those numbers. but,
Okay, all right.
Yeah. She's going again because highly profitable to have ex women's wrestlers on there.
Well,
They've already got their name out there, right?
yeah. I mean, it's a choice, right? It is a choice, and I don't begrudge anybody for making that choice. It confounds me the same way that, and this is, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I am of the generation where I said to my kids, YouTube is not a career option. And it really is.
Yeah.
You got to work
Things have changed.
you got to work your butt off at it. I don't know. Is it as simple as sex sells?
It might be.
I would imagine that that's kind of what we're getting at here anyway.
Maybe. But again, like there's no
I mean, she's probably not on OnlyFans making sandwiches or something, you know, like.
but she's probably, I mean, there's no reason that you have to go full hardcore.
No, that's true. That is true. As my wife likes to point out, there are a lot of people who like feet.
Yeah, apparently.
So apparently, look for Wes's feet on OnlyFans in the near future. You'll never know. I'll have a stage name. Bearded feet.
Toes McKenzie.
That's right.
But that does bring us to our last item of.
Is it time?
It is time.
Oh, well, you know what time it is. It's that time again where Andy is out in the aisles. He is hunting for you and I, so we can save a few dollars with toy hunting at Dollarama.
Silver Spider says, laugh my ass off.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. If you're actually out hunting this week, you may run into the world's smallest figures, Rick and Morty.
Oh, they've been making their rounds, eh? Like
They
the
have been.
world's smallest. There's been quite a
They've
bit
had,
of them. Yeah.
Transformers and He-Man and G.I. Joe, I believe, as well as Masters.
And now we're getting Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Isn't that
So you
something?
get Rick, Morty, and Mr. Poopy Butthole.
I'm sorry, can you say it again?
Rick, Morty, and Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Okay.
Yep. They retail for $4 a piece. There is also a world's coolest keychain that goes along with it.
Yeah.
And it's got a bunch of phrases from the show.
Oh, it's a battery powered thing.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But if you want to pick these up at retail, you're looking at like $33 for the 3-pack.
Yeah, that kills me that they're that much.
Yeah. But then also out there is the XL01 Buzz Lightyear 12-inch figure. It's going for $5 and it retails for $15.99 and up on Amazon. So
I like
you
that
got
movie.
a Buzz Lightyear fan?
Yeah.
Can't go
Yeah, yeah.
wrong.
I kind of regret not picking up the ships from that. They were kind of cool. I like that.
I grabbed the Hot Wheels one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
but that was the only one.
Well, that's been another week for us. Now that I'm at the beginning of the show, I said I hope that whatever I'm fighting is on the back end. I feel like it is. I'm here now. I'm still awake. I might be sweat. I'm sweating a little bit, but we will be back again on our regular time slot Tuesday night. No promises, but look for a special guest on Tuesday night. There'll be 3 of us on Tuesday night, so that's going to be a fun one. Lots more conversation, and of course, we invite all of you to come and hang out with us on Tuesday as well, and join the conversation. Whether it's in the live chat here on whatever platform you might be watching on, or whether you want to pick up the phone and have that call in, because the lines are open from the minute we hit the go button, right up until we say goodnight. On that note, I think it's time to say goodnight.
Yeah. We covered a lot of stuff.
We did, yeah, but we'll be back again on Tuesday. Probably
more stuff.
As, everything else that we didn't cover tonight.
That's right.
All right, everybody, for Fandom Power, my name is Wes.
I'm Andy.
And we will see you on the next one. Fan on. And bye for now.